Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Dubious Book Club podcast. And I'm Aubrey, one of your hosts. Do other dubious creatures say hi?
Sup, I'm
Hi.
Dubious and a creature.
I'm feeling so fucking dubious right now.
Well, time to talk about the first half of A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed. And before we get into things, just a quick warning. The content warnings for this book are alcohol, amputation, animal death, anxiety, attempted murder, blood, drugs prescription, misogyny, PTSD, sexism, sexual assault, spiders, and violence. So take care of yourself. And if you need to step away, please do that. But we will be discussing the first 8 chapters. Yes, 8 chapters, I think.
Oops, I went up to 10.
I think I also went up to 10. So, I
I just
this one
read
has
the
like
whole damn
17.
book.
That's fair.
It's not that. What, did the rest of you not just decide, you know what, fuck it? I need to know. No?
Well, okay, that's why I ended up reading 10 chapters and not no. I think I got up to 12. I don't know.
I got up to
somewhere in
10.
there.
No, don't worry. It gets worse.
I'm aware.
Oh yeah, I figured it would.
Yeah, this book is fun for the whole family.
I like this book a lot.
It's really good.
Super good.
I actually like this book too.
Oh,
I know.
Wow,
I know.
all
It's
ingredients. What?
I know. It's not very fucking internet of me to not have a dissenting opinion, but honestly,
Dare you not be the grumpy person?
A Study in Drowning is definitely not a feel-good book, at least not initially.
I don't think it's going to get better.
It's not a bad read. It's not a bad read.
Yeah. The way the book starts off is we have our protagonist, Effie, enrolled at architecture college because she couldn't get into the literature school.
Because she's a woman.
Because she's a woman. And we are in this sort of fictionalized fantasy world that very highly mirrors our own with a lot of things. 6 months ago, Emrys Mirrodin, the national author of Illyria, passed, and his estate is looking for someone to come in and design a new house. And because Emrys is her favorite author, Effie submits and gets accepted. I actually really like that. That kind of just happened. Like, it's in chapter 2. There's not like the first half of the book with her being like, I need to design the perfect thing and send it in. The second half of the book is at the thing. It's just, nope, we're going to get this out of the way so we get to the estate as fast as possible.
Well, the estate is where all the secrets are kept. And that's that's what kept me turning pages.
Honestly, when she does get the invitation out to the plot house, my first reaction was, oh, thank God, this isn't dark academia. I was so worried for a second there.
It is, but it isn't.
It's not. So the protagonist is an academic, and there are academic subjects discussed, certainly, but it's got more in line with a gothic mystery or / romance than it does like an actual dark academia book, which is to its credit, because I will still maintain that dark academia is a garbage genre.
It's a fun genre, but it's not my favorite.
Yes, because the thing I really want to do when picking up a book about a fictional universe is learn about that fictional universe's collegiate program.
Yeah. Which we also, in the first couple of chapters alone, learn a lot about Effie herself. That She is the only woman in the architecture program. And it has not been easy for her because of that.
No. And
not.
Yeah, and folks, we mentioned the trigger warnings earlier, but seriously, this stuff comes up immediately. So if you're at all sensitive to that sort of thing, I can't say I recommend this book because, in fairness, it's not necessarily explicit about it, but there is a scene very early on with a certain professor.
He's such a douche. Fuck that guy.
He is.
Sorry.
Yes, 1,000 years of scrotum torture for this guy, but more to the point, the color green comes up a lot in A Study in Drowning, and it's used as an indicator of a very particular trauma that Effie. I realize I'm dancing around it, so I'm just going to say it. She was sexually assaulted by this professor.
For sure.
And it has fucked her up.
Understandably,
but like, yeah, it is. On the one hand, it's not really subtext so much as it is text, but on the other hand, I do think the book is graceful about it in the sense that her trauma isn't her only defining characteristic. It's just clearly something that she understandably
fresh for her.
Yeah, she understandably is having a lot of trouble, acting
coping
like a human being after all of that.
To be fair, she's not like had it easy before that, because she's essentially been gaslit by her entire life.
Yeah,
no, her life fucking sucks. Like, goddamn.
It comes up later, and I can't wait till we get to it. Oh wait, I think that's next week. Shit, never mind. JK.
It'll
be the second half of the book, probably.
Yeah, I think that's the second. We'll get into we get into the specifics of why her why apparently nothing good can happen to Euphemia Sayre until the events of this book. But holy shit.
This poor girl. Yeah, I feel for her. I do.
It's not bad. It's just depressing.
Yeah, she's been on multiple medications for her entire life. Like, what is essentially is the pink pill is like an antipsychotic and then a sleeping pill.
Yeah.
Because she's seen visions of the Fae. And everyone's like, that's not real. Don't worry about it. It's very real.
It's super fucking real.
Yeah, first indication that there are in fact supernatural elements in your book when every other fucking character is trying to gaslight you. Okay,
that's not real. Okay, sure.
That's usually a dead set indicator that some mystical fuckery is afoot.
Yeah, and we learn while we're at the college like a little bit more about like the setting of everything. You've got Illyria, and you've got I keep wanting to call them Argentum, but that's not correct.
I'll be honest, I kept reading it accidentally as Argentina, and I'm like,
that's terrible.
Well, yes. if let's see, if Lyria is the UK in this scenario, does that mean we're going to meet Dark Academia Margaret Thatcher sometime soon? Because the Falklands are fucked up.
Yeah. I always felt like Illyria was more like Ireland, and the other one was the UK. That's
how I felt about it.
Yeah.
What's even funnier is that I have a friend from Argentina. So every time it's like, it's called, the country's called Argent, by the way. It's like they're Argentinian, not Argentinian. But I'm going to continue to call them the Argentinians because it's funny.
They are the ones that have been in a bit of a stalemate, Cold War with the Illyria for. It doesn't even really tell you how long the war has been going on, but it does imply that it's not going great for Illyria.
It also it implies that it's been going on for a long time, or like at least it's now gotten to a point where there's like physical conflict, but I got the sense there was like this Cold War vibe going on.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, because one of the big plot points as we progress as Effie, one of the things early on was that she goes to. So I digress from my digression. See how many tangents I can go on before this is done. So a lot of the book revolves around this guy named Emrys Murden, who wrote a book called Angarid, which is sort of basically it's like the national book of Lyria. It's this timeless fictional romance that had a huge cultural impact on the country when it was written.
Dark Academia ACOTAR.
Fuck off. Anyway, how dare you? How fucking dare you? And she's okay. She's a little obsessed, not gonna lie. Perhaps understandable given how much of her own struggle she's projecting onto the characters of the book, but
for sure,
we've all been there.
We've all made a very specific piece of media very important to our personalities.
You don't say.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm totally normal.
Yes, we're all very normal here.
On this vampire podcast.
On this podcast dealing with vampires, about vampires, exclusively regarding vampires.
Super normal.
Anyway,
just saying.
Anyway, so Effie goes out to check out some materials at the library, finds out that some dick beat her to the punch. This will be important later because it introduces it's our first introduction to one of the major supporting characters of the book, which is Preston.
Hillary.
I don't know how to. Hillary. I don't know how to pronounce. Hillary. Like, what the fuck up?
Hillary.
What is with his last name?
I got a very French vibe from it, to be honest with
French.
you.
Yeah. So he's Argantian, or at least half. And he's the other person who we later find out is going on this study trip because, well, you know those people who do like death of the author video essays?
Yes.
So that's Preston.
Well, they are doing this for like the national author, like one of the most recognized authors. Also, there's something linked to the authors and like they're standing.
Called the Sleepers.
The Sleepers, yes, thank you.
Essentially is 6 sleepers, which are like Illyria's like magical defense.
I love it so much.
It's really cool, and I want to know more about it.
Big same.
I love and I hate it when I'm reading a fantasy book and they're like, this is a thing that exists in this world. We're going to talk about it in context, but I'm not going to fully explain what it is until maybe later. But
the lore,
I must know.
Yeah, so we don't actually meet Preston until she embarks out to Saltney, which is the village where Myrden's actual estate is.
Yep, and this thing called the Lower Hundred, which is like the lower part of the state of Illyria, which has problems.
It's slowly sinking into the ocean, for one.
Yeah.
It's apparently so bad that the deer are developing scales. So just do with that information what you will. Because I'll be honest,
it's already happened once before.
I know, but I'll be honest. When I got the picture of an ideal fish deer has been stuck in my brain for a while now.
It's a very good, very, very evocative description.
All I think of is Ainz from Ancient Magus Bride, and his like
Oh
I
no,
love
no,
that
I
show. Fuck
definitely would.
off.
Yeah, no, I definitely
no,
would.
I'm surrounded by people who are fucking obsessed with that show.
It's so good. It's
It
so
is so
great.
good.
I have a portrait of Ainz hanging in my bedroom. What do you want from me?
Some self-respect.
I
Not gonna
lost that a
happen.
long time ago. I play vampire on the internet. What do you want?
Touche.
But also, when we get to Saltney, she kind of has a panic attack, calls her mother, and we learn that her mother's also really not great either. But also, her mother's
And a
probably
raging alcoholic.
a raging alcoholic.
Her mom, yeah, her mom reminds me of my real life mother. That is meant to be unflattering.
Who's guessing?
So, yeah, not gonna lie, that whole phone conversation kind of hit me right where I live.
Yeah, no, I can definitely understand that. It's definitely it's a bit of a gut punch because even like us as readers we are kind of expecting I don't know if we're fully expecting that when the conversation happens.
I was, and it still hurt because like I have absolutely called my mom mid panic attack and been like, "Hey mom, I'm freaking the fuck out. Help." And she's been like, "Yeah, well, I'm a little too drunk for that. Sorry." I mean, not in those exact words, but definitely the vibe.
Yeah, have you tried just not being so stressed?
Yes. Oh my god.
That's what I've gotten more. Yeah.
I
I have never
apologize
been so triggered in my life.
I apologize for the collective trauma dumping, folks, but I really wish this wasn't such a prevalent thing in real life. Yeah, so Effie, and again, it's as fucking depressing as it is, it's still an important scene because, again, we've only just been introduced to Effie. We get that she has the personality of a scared wet cat.
Yes.
But the more we learn about her, the more we realize why she's like that, and it goes a great way towards establishing character dynamics very early on.
Yeah.
So we don't necessarily need to be continually frustrated by Effie's irrational fear of everything because let's face it, if you were in her shoes, why wouldn't you be terrified all the time of everybody?
God, seriously.
I get it.
The world continues to prove her right, though.
Yeah. So, in short, it's good characterization. That's another thing I like about this book. It knows not to waste time, but it also knows how to give you just enough information to trust that you will be able to fill in the blanks when it comes to motivation later on down the line.
For sure.
Which is important because this book is also a mystery.
Yes, it is a mystery, and
like
Effie
fuck,
is Effie is picked up from the train station in Saltney by the caretaker of the house. A real sunshine of a man.
I mean,
though not the
he has
worst
a
in the
name.
house.
He has a name, but I'm just calling him Jeeves.
Yeah.
He's the groundskeeper. He has the personality of a wet fish, which is fitting for this particular part of Lyria, I guess. But we get on the drive over to the mansion, we get our first hint of something being the fuck up, as on the car ride over, something dashes across the road that Jeeves continually insists is a deer. No, the fuck it wasn't.
Yeah, it looks like it's described like very much like a person.
Yeah. A person with long, wet black hair and a crown of bones.
I'm sure
keep
it's
that
fine.
image. Yeah, keep that image firmly in your minds, folks.
Totally, everything's cool. Nothing bad is happening.
Foreshadowing is a narrative device in which
we owe royalties to H. Bomber Guy.
Yeah, so they get to the house.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where they meet Emery's son, Ianto.
Mm-hmm. Lovely man.
With... Yes, let the hate flow through you.
I don't have many nice things to say about that one. He creeps me out every scene he's in. I'm like, please don't come near
Sebastian
me.
vibes.
I mean,
but also, Effie is not allowed to stay on the estate itself. She's staying in a guest cottage, which I'm sure is not going to be important.
A mile away,
yeah,
or something. Couple miles away.
It's far. Granted, the estate, as we
really bad shape.
It's also slowly falling into the ocean. Like, the basement level is almost completely flooded. Also, Ianto's not the only member of the Murden family in residence. Emery's wife is also there, but apparently she's ill and keeps herself secluded. And if you can practically feel the quotation marks around those words, yeah, something's the fuck up at Count Ianto's murder castle. I think it's fair to say. Again, the book isn't exactly subtle.
It's really not.
I suppose it helps that, like, just everything about the bottom 100 is just dreary and generally moist. Moist.
Yeah.
It's honestly the first thing that immediately came to mind was like big Innsmouth vibes.
Yeah,
I was almost half expecting. I was almost half expecting fish people. It doesn't go there, but that's the general. The general gist is the sort of place where supposedly fun is not allowed and color is illegal.
Yeah.
And everything is just slightly wet.
Just a little wet. And then we finally get to meet Preston the next morning.
I love
Preston Hollandaise, or however the fuck you pronounce his last name.
Eloise.
No, I'm not going to make an effort.
I like his character a lot.
He is very good. He is a good being.
Yeah, he's got that nerd charisma.
He really does. He kind of walks in on her half naked, and he immediately does the thing where he just like turns around,
like you do, because this is one of those books, and even as much as I like to give it credit, it is not avoiding tropes. I know, this is the filth you crave.
I mean, a little. Just a little.
In fairness, it's not a very, especially given what we reviewed last time, it's not a very saucy book.
This one is very, very like much lower on the spice rating. Where I think if the last book we read is like considered like a 4 on the spice rating for like what it includes, this one is very much like 1 on the spice rating.
Yeah, this is fantasy. This is fantasy Victorian ages where looking at a woman's ankles is considered a bit risque. Like,
but also they have slightly modern technology too.
Yeah, that bit,
like cameras.
because and televisions actually. Yeah. So the technological disparity is interesting, but again, I don't know, the book doesn't really harp on it. So it's not really. It's not really
an aesthetic.
It doesn't really. It's not glaring enough to really be Look, the technology levels of A Study in Drowning are somewhere between the 1980s and the 1880s. So
Somewhere
take
in
your
there.
pick, I guess.
Yeah, we were not far enough along that they don't have cell phones, which, to be fair, would break a lot of the plot.
Yeah, no, so much of this could be so much of this plot could be resolved with self-service.
It's really good. But yeah, she meets Preston for the first time and through everything kind of has another panic attack.
This happens a lot, folks.
Yeah,
Yep.
and she heads down to the town and Preston gives her a ride, where she kind of just gets feeling for the town a little bit and is from a very kindly shepherd given a hagstone. I'm sure that's not going to be important later.
Not at all. I do like
Yeah.
that she references it a lot.
Yeah, we learn about a lot of the local superstitions regarding fairies, which appear to be the main supernatural threat, for lack of a better term, in this setting. So there's a bit of that ye old folk belief for those of you who are into that sort of thing. And then as to Preston, well, I mentioned the death of the author thing. Basically, he and his academic patron are trying to figure out ostensibly whether or not Emery's Murden actually wrote his own works.
I have so many theories about that.
Yeah, there's a lot, and
which Effie immediately takes offense to, because how dare you defame the thing that I built my whole personality around?
Well, and especially it's bad because like he's half Argant, and there's that whole thing.
Can't have those filthy foreigners questioning our national icons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can add xenophobia, just a touch of light xenophobia to the list of depressing subject material in this book.
Yeah, like I was thinking about it as I was reading it. It's like there's a lot to do with like imperialism and colonialism, like not directly in this book, but this book it sort of is dealing with like the themes of like what imperialism and colonialism does to a country. Like, yeah, like if you, it was really making me think about like Britain going in and essentially wiping out cultures, especially like the Irish and the Scottish culture, like Ireland and Wales, especially, how their culture is literally almost wiped off the map.
It's making a comeback.
It is, and I've been following that a lot, and it's really awesome.
As a Welsh, I have Welsh in my blood. It is. I'm glad to see that it's making a comeback because, like, that sucks, Mm-hmm. But yeah, there is a lot of ties to it. I like that it emphasizes how it creates a level of distrust, like constant distrust, which is a huge theme for the book. But like they do a really good job of emphasizing it without ever actually just being like, "Well, I just don't trust you."
There is 100% that it is. There's a lot of distrust, but like nobody ever comes out and outright says it. But Preston does get Effie to agree by essentially telling her that you will be the co-author on this piece, and I will help you get into the literature college when we get back.
I actually believe him on him too. Like I believe that he's at least going to make an effort. I think he will fight for her, which is awesome.
Yeah,
Preston's generally a good egg. A lot of the initial again, because we're in Effie's POV the entire time, where a lot of the initial distrust comes from a combination of Effie's own personal trauma and, well, what colonialism does to a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yup.
There's a lot there.
Which is, again, also another thing I like about characterization in this book, and that it doesn't try to make even the main character necessarily perfect.
I do like that too. I agree with that.
Because a problem that a lot of books, especially books that deal with people whose main focal point is that they were heavily traumatized, is that they seem like such, innocent and pure archetypes that are just so above the cesspool of whatever the culture or institution or what have you is. They're trying to rise above as the author desperately tries to make a point about something. But that's not how it works. Like, even if you just generally not an asshole, like, growing up in a certain way of thinking can still leave its mark. And you see that with Effie. And I don't know, weirdly, it's going to sound like I'm advocating for xenophobia. I'm not, but it's nice to see that she's not immune to that. Essentially, it's nice to see a protagonist that can still be biased.
Yeah, she is flawed. She is biased. Especially it's like she has put so much into this book. It's a book that she reads every night. She knows it by heart, and it is very important to her. So much so that it like she feels that it is influencing her delusions.
I always think it's fascinating.
If the internet was a thing in Lyria, she for sure would have so many so many stories on AO3.
Yeah.